recording now.
Right? And Jim has joined us.
Okay. Is he audible?
He is connected.
All right.
And we are recording.
Great. Hey, everyone. My name is Nancy Cummings, and I'm a partner company. I love our mission to inspire healthy living around the world. And personally, I want to inspire as many people as I can to live their best, healthiest lives. And we do that through our intimate product line, which all of our products are vegan, whole food, plant-based in the form of capsules, chews, shakes, and bars. And we also have these really cool vertical aeroponic growing systems that are chemical-free, soilless, weedless, and it's awesome because right here, this I have two growing that are going to feed me and my dad. We're so glad you're here with us on this beautiful Saturday. I know down here it's gorgeous. And before we get grooving, can we please have everybody mute themselves? All right, thank you. I'm joining you all from sunny Claremont, Florida, and I'm here with my friend and business partner, Rebecca Kosak, and she's up in the Great White North right now. And one of the things I love about our company is that we can partner with anyone, anywhere, and create global businesses that allow us to work at the pace that we choose. And today we're going to look at Farmers Market Faves from Central Florida and from the coast of New Hampshire. Rebecca?
Great, thank you. As Nancy said, I'm here up in Londonderry, New Hampshire, where farmers markets and CSAs are just starting to kick off here now. So it's getting really exciting. I am so excited to share this time and space with everybody here. So what kind of finds did you find, Nancy?
Yeah, I found some fun ones. And so y'all, this is our third week doing our Farmers Market Faves event. And we're doing this because we love fresh food, whether it's fresh off the farm, fresh from a market or a CSA, or fresh that we're growing ourselves. We know fresh food is the best food, and it's because we know the source, we know the quality, we're getting what we get, and it's the highest nutritional value of the food that we can get. And the taste, oh my goodness, it's so clean and pure. And one of the things we don't have to worry about when we are getting fresh is any type of chemicals, contamination, or handling and transportation issues. And you know, that's kind of hard to describe, but once you go fresh and you make that decision to do that, it becomes a way of life, and you really don't ever want to go back to eating any other way. You start to really crave the fresh flavors, the smells, the nutrient content, and really how it begins to make you feel. And so here's how we're going to roll this out today. Rebecca and I are each going to share two of our Farmers Market faves that we found. And I usually do a fruit and a veggie that excites me and that's available that I love to cook and eat. And we're going to fill you in on some of their nutritional highlights. And then Rebecca's going to do a really cool fresh prep idea. And so hopefully what we're going to do is educate you a little bit and provide some more insight on nutrition and healthy living. And then we're going to wrap it up with any questions you have. But most important, what we want to do is spend time with you and inspire you to make one simple change to live the healthiest life that you can. So my two market faves this week are jalapenos and mangoes. I've got the mangoes right here. I'll pull those out in just a second. So the jalapenos, right? A lot of people are afraid of jalapenos, but I love them. I love food that has heat, food that pops, food that snaps. Food that just dances in my mouth while I'm eating it is what I love. I love big, bold, simmering flavors. And so you got to realize when you're eating a jalapeno, first and foremost, be careful with how you handle it. And also put it all the way in your mouth. Don't let it drag on your lip because that heat is going to simmer on you for quite a while. I actually did that last night. I love jalapenos grilled. And so that's usually what I like to do is I'll grill them. And I have a ton of different dishes. And so they're great diced and garnished on beans of any kind and burritos and wraps. I love to make green salsa. And I also love them because they're a cool contrasting flavor to anything that's sweet and a little bit sour. And so I love to pair them also with mango or with peaches or with plums or pears. And I recently started grilling them and then drying them. And then I crush it into a jalapeno powder that I use, and I'll put that on fish, or I'll put that into chowders and soups because it's a cool look in the background. Now, here's something I didn't know. Jalapenos used for flavor for over 6,000 years. If your phone's not, go ahead and do that. And jalapenos are originally from Mexico, and then people across the southwest region of our country started tasting them, fell in love with them, and started figuring out how to bring them into our flavors. And what I found out is jalapenos, excuse me, are packed with vitamins A, C, K, all the B's, and potassium. And they also have carotene, which is an antioxidant that helps prevent damage to your cells. Most of the health benefits and nutrition in jalapenos comes from capsaicin, which is really what makes them so spicy. And it's reported to promote longer life. It's a natural pain reliever if you put it directly on your skin, but you have to be careful. And they speed up your metabolism and help prevent blood sugar spikes. And so that's cool stuff about jalapenos. But again, you have to be able to tolerate the heat because they are high on that Scoville factor. My second fave this week are my little friends' mangoes, and they are awesome. They're messy, but they're so tasty. And I like them because I love the sweet, creamy flavor, and it makes me think I'm eating a really rich, decadent dessert. However, it's one of the most powerful fruits you can have. You got to be careful when you're peeling them because they're just like an olive or a date in the coconut family. You've got to cut the peel and then pull that pit or that core out. And sometimes that's where some people fall out of love with mangoes because they are messy. I love to eat them by themselves, or as you're beginning to know, I love that spicy kick on things. I'll actually drizzle sriracha sauce on them with a little bit of coarse ground sea salt. It's amazing. Or what you can do is put tiny pieces of the grilled jalapeno on them, and you get that cool contrasting pairing flavor, and it is so yummy. I also freeze mangoes when I cube them. And then what I do is put them in my breakfast smoothies in the mornings, and you're getting such great nutritional value. So let me tell you why the mangoes are so cool and they have such a punch. They contain an antioxidant called zeaxanthin, and it plays a protective role in eye health, and it might help prevent macular degeneration. And mangoes are also rich in beta carotene, and it's suggested that they may help reduce the risk, listen to this, of colon cancer and skin cancer. And because they're also high in fiber, a ton of vitamins and potassium, mangoes can also potentially decrease the risk of heart disease. I think that's incredible. Eating 1 or 2 of those a week to do all of that, you bet. Hey, Rebecca, what'd you find this week?
Oh, well, before I even get into that, thank you. I have a question for you about mangoes. When do you, when I buy them, I always either cut them too early or too late. When should you be cutting a mango?
2 things should be obvious. So this one is ready and this one is not. And it's not always the color that determines it. So if you put your nose and then you can smell such an incredible aroma that's coming out. And also you can begin to feel that it gets just a little bit soft. And as you could just feel that softness, that's the one that you want to go for. So I'm going to get him later today. And this one's going to wait probably until about Tuesday.
Okay. All right. So just a little bit soft. Awesome.
Yeah. And the smell.
And the smell.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, it's funny that that you were talking about heart health and you were talking about beta carotene and eye health, because the 2 things that I found were asparagus and strawberries. Both of them are just about to, they're starting to be harvested up here in New Hampshire. And one, in all honesty, full disclosure, one I like, one I don't. Guess which one?
You so don't like asparagus.
Right, but I'm trying this recipe today because it looked really cool and it combines the 2 of them. So we'll see what we can do, because I want to like it. So we're trying everything that we can. So anyways, the strawberries, and I have the strawberries you're gonna see coming up again because there's a farm right down the street from me that is open in the morning, and they are just about to be picked. So there will be more. So strawberries are antioxidant rich, which we know goes along great with the extra antioxidants that we're getting from our berry blend. It reduces inflammation, plays a role in delaying cognitive decline, which is really cool. As somebody who has survived a stroke, anything that I can do to keep on not declining further is good for me. The strawberries contain anthocyanins, which is what makes them red, but also the strawberries actually help decrease blood sugar after a heavy meal, which as a diabetic, that is huge for me also. So that's what makes them a great dessert. One of the things that makes them a great dessert. It also they also have resveratrol, resveratrol, some fancy science name, which is found in the seeds. And the seeds actually help reduce LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. So, you know, it helps reduce blood sugar, helps with cognitive decline, helps reduce cognitive or delay cognitive decline, and helps reduce the bad cholesterol. Like, this is a little perfect fruit right here. One other thing I want to talk about is storing strawberries, because if you've ever picked them or gotten them at the grocery store and they come in the little carton and it's got little holes in it and they go bad so quickly in the refrigerator. There's a couple of different things I've discovered. One is don't wash them immediately. I know when I bring them home, I don't want them to go bad, so I wash them immediately and then put them away, and then they still go bad. So you shouldn't wash them until you're ready to eat them. When you are storing them, a glass container is much better than a plastic container to store them in. And you want it to be airtight, and you want to put a paper towel down and then turn the strawberries so they pull the leaves off, and then turn the strawberries like this. And if you do put them in a glass container, they are going to, oh, Nancy is coming back in. They're going to last anywhere between 3 and 7 days longer than if you just put them into the refrigerator. So that is strawberries. It's hard not to just eat one while I'm sitting here. And asparagus. So asparagus is filled with vitamin A, which is all about healthy eyes, clear vision. It is full of the energizing vitamin B. And especially in a time like this, vitamin B helps energize and it helps manage stress. So this is a great vegetable, asparagus, to eat, especially now in all the stress that we have going on with COVID, etc. Also great with vitamin C for our skin, and has a really good amount of soluble fiber. So it can aid in weight loss and help digestion too. So all of these things, I want to like this. I'm going to like this. So what I have discovered is I'm going to combine these two into a salad today. So what I'm doing is taking something I know I like, something that I want to like, and I'm combining them together with a little bit of a different sauce to get the flavors all mixing in. So what I have is I've taken the asparagus here and I have blanched it. So I cut it up and put it in the steamer for just a couple minutes. And as soon as it started to, the color started to get a little bit more bright, I threw it into some cold water. So the asparagus it's still crunchy, but it's not completely raw. So I've got that. And then I got my strawberries and I pre-sliced a bunch of them here. And I wanted to show you a quick tip. I don't know if anybody has one of these egg slicers at home. This one's a Pampered Chef one. Check this out. Sliced strawberries, right?
Oh, nice.
it doesn't get easier than this.
That's awesome.
Right? So I just saved a couple to slice up here. So no chopping, nothing, just quick slices. And so this is the easiest salad. So I've got some fresh greens. I have some right over here. I have some sprouting fresh greens that are going into my tower garden in probably another week or so. And then I've got some other greens here that are going into a raised bed. But these are from the store, which is fine. So I've got some greens here. Going to put the asparagus in there and the strawberries, right? Odd, I know, but it's gonna be so good. And I'm gonna mix them up. It's kind of like a take on a spinach salad. I don't know if anybody has ever had that one where it's like bacon and spinach and it's so delicious, but you know, not all that great for you. This one is really good. So the dressing that I'm going to use on this, I'm going to take, I happen to have locally here, we have an olive oil company, and this is zesty lemon, and it's infused with good intention also. So it is for purification and cleansing. So I'm going to use just a little bit of this. Again, I'm an Italian cook, so I'm gonna say 2 tablespoons.
Mm-hmm.
And then another fairly local olive oil company, this is Sicilian lemon white balsamic vinegar. So I've got 2 kind of lemony things going. So if you had some maybe white balsamic vinegar at home and some regular olive oil, maybe you want to add a little bit of a like lemon juice into it. So I'm gonna put about another, I don't know, I want to say 2 tablespoons of this white balsamic vinegar in here. And I'm just gonna shake it up. Oh, I forgot to add my salt. Gonna add a little pinch of Himalayan salt in here. Now Himalayan salt is awesome because it contains all of the 7 minerals that like we need to be human. And so it is great for cleansing, purifying. It is great for just giving us the base need of what we need to keep going on. So then I'm just gonna drizzle the dressing on here. And I'm gonna get this near the camera because it looks fantastic. I am definitely having this for lunch.
Make a lot.
Right? Who would have thought?
You're gonna love it.
Strawberry, smells lemony. It's kind of like a strawberry lemonade in a green salad. It's awesome. I cannot wait to have this.
I think I can smell it from here.
I think so. I'm gonna have to put it in the group because it's absolutely beautiful. So you know, I mentioned that this wasn't one of my favorite vegetables because nobody likes everything. And, you know, my daughter can eat asparagus all day long. So we always have it in the house. And I just kind of, you know, I needed something to make it a little bit different, to make it, you know, something that I would eat. So I wanted to highlight something that's maybe a little different and a different kind of combination to get these fresh fruits and vegetables into our bodies. So, you know, thank you for indulging me as I expand my palette here, and hopefully you've gotten a good idea for something to do with the fresh asparagus and strawberries that are coming, especially up here in the Northeast. They're this week. I know a farm that harvested 61 pounds of them. Of the asparagus and the strawberries. I'm just driving by every day saying, "Oh, when are you opening?" Right? It's amazing. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, as Nancy said earlier, we are here brought together as friends because of the Juice Plus company, and our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. Just seeing the various geographic areas that are represented on this Zoom alone, I think that we're off to a really good start. We talked about all kinds of different fresh finds today. And, you know, together, as we're working together, we can really make a difference, finding creative ways to use some of the fresh vegetables that we have available wherever we are and however we get them. It may be at a farmer's market, a CSA, even the local grocery store. So using the fresh finds in combination with bridging the gap to what we are eating to what we should be eating with the Juice Plus products. We hope that you have found this to be time well spent. And if you'd like to continue the conversation, we would love to see you here again next week. We do this every Saturday morning. We would also love to add you to the Facebook group, One Simple Change, where we are posting healthy tips and recipes and all kinds of good news throughout the week. And if you would like to learn more about the Juice Plus company, please talk to the person who invited you here today. Nancy?
Hey, Rebecca, that was awesome. And that looks like a recipe I think we need to share on our Facebook page. And also, I need to go make that right now. I'm hungry. So that was amazing. And like Rebecca said, remember, we'll be here every Saturday, same time, maybe the same place. You never know where we're going to show up. And next week, we're going to explore more regional farmers market faves. We're going to continue to talk about food quality and some more ideas about how you can shop local in your area. And once you're on the Facebook page, go ahead and start writing comments or questions, either to what our farmers market faves are for the week or the recipes that Rebecca's going to start sharing. And what we're also going to start doing this week is sharing the nutritional tips for each of our farmers market faves. And we will go back and do that for the last 2 weeks as well. So let us know what you're thinking. Again, thanks for joining us. We hope you do go out and make one simple change in your life this weekend that allows you to live your healthiest life. So everyone have an amazing rest of your holiday weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.